This also happens to go with the same arguments about atheists. Now, because you just simply said Christian arguments. Christian arguments run along a lot of gambits. Whether it's creationism, the existence of a God, morality, where morality comes from, who are truly the moral people. Now, if you're just making a blanket statement saying that Christians have been debunking your arguments all the time and nobody listens, well, again, one of these arguments you've been making is that atheists are truly amoral, evil people. And you're saying that Christians have debunked atheist arguments that's not true. That's not a good thing to say, especially since right now Richard's trying to paint you as somebody who has changed his mind on all that. I don't know what you believe, because we haven't come up with a video yet. As far as I know, because I'm in the middle of recording this, and I've already wasted more than half an hour talking. I don't know what you believe. I will say, however, that those two little things I picked up in your latest video don't paint a pretty picture in the sense of you kind of rethinking your views on atheists. Because if you're saying that, well, you guys didn't understand my last video, you're trying to defend it. If you're trying to defend it, that means you still believe it. If you still believe it, TJ's got a point. And I'm sure that's something Richard really doesn't want to hear. Especially not now. Especially now that he's engaged in what looks like is going to be a rather long war between him and the amazing atheist. Don't look good. I'm just saying it. I'm just a third party watching for the outside. I honestly don't care how this goes, because you don't know me from Adam. I don't know you guys from Adam. I'm just simply saying, from what I'm seeing here, look good. Okay? Do I think there's a good guy or a bad guy in all this? I want to wrap this up. I spent too long talking about this, and I could tell this is more than 3 videos. Shit. Do I think that there's a good guy or a bad guy here? No. No, it's not clear cut. This is not about Big Bag TJ spoiling Richard and Jerry's party, for those of you who think it's that. It's not good old champion TJ showing the hypocrisy of Richard and Jerry. This is a clash of ideals. TJ does not see any reconciliation with a fundamentalist. Period. He's hardcore. He's also an entertainer and will do, right now, if you saw the last few minutes of that video that he sent to Richard, you saw that there was a smile on his face when he goes, I'm pretty sure I'm getting a response. Let's go. He was like, let's go, let's go, let's go. He can't wait for the conflict. He's going to enjoy this. He is. He's going to genuinely enjoy it. This is what he likes, this shit. The back and forth, the bombs going off, the intellectual bombs going off. This is his arena. He loves this. Okay? So some people will obviously see that and go, see, he is a motherfucker. That's how you want to see him, fine. I don't place morality on certain traits of people. Some people I know who happen to be really cool people get off on conflict, get off on competition. He's one of those guys. And he also sees this as a way of getting, hey, this is going to make a great spectacle. This is going to be great entertainment for anyone watching. And he even said most people who are going to see this are going to view this as a form of entertainment. He doesn't see anything wrong with that. Okay? That's his stance. But also realize that this is a dude who, and I don't know why I didn't say this before. This is a dude who I have to say has a little bit of integrity, has at least some integrity to him. And I know people are going to disagree with me on this, but this is what I mean. When he was talking about how Richard was saying, we could, this is a chance where we can sway Jerry over to our side. I loved his answer to this when he goes, we're not going to, he basically said we're not going to bring him over to our side through peer pressure. He has to do it through his own rational thinking. He has to come to this conclusion on his own. He can't be manipulated into it. When he said that, I have to admit, I gained a little bit more respect for him. That says a lot about TJ if you really think about it. Say whatever else you want to say about him. Him being a completely egotistical bastard, him being, just in it for the lulz. He's, all he cares is about conflict. He doesn't really he doesn't want people to get along. Yeah, you can say all that about him, but the fact that he said that, I'm sorry, that's an honorable thing to say. He's basically saying, I would rather this dude stay a Christian than be turned into an atheist under false pretenses. He has to come into it on his own. That says a lot. Okay? So, say what you will. I have to admit, that says a lot about the dude. But it also says a lot about Richard that he at least wanted to try an open dialogue either. See, on one hand, I can't really fault TJ because it shows he has some integrity, and for what else, all intents and purposes of him wanting entertainment and conflict, one of the major reasons why he doesn't want to do this is because he does not trust Jerre. He's like, look, you can't trust this motherfucker. He believes that people like us who don't believe in his God ultimately don't belong on this planet, or at least don't deserve to have the same rights and privileges that they do. And they will do whatever they can to suppress us, suppress our freedom. And he's against that. He will fight that tooth and claw. Richard is like, we need to look past these differences. Now, I have to admit, Richard, if you're just always talking about differences in just ideologies, yeah, I get along with people of different types of faiths and creeds all the goddamn time. It's nothing to me. But if you're dealing with somebody who purposely thinks that you, because of the way you think and the way you live and your lifestyle, I don't want you here. I don't think you deserve to live under the same sky with the same benefits as I do. You deserve to have laws legislated against you. You deserve to have, people watching every move you make. We need to tell you what to do in your life because you obviously can't handle it. You don't follow my rules, so you're immoral. You're supposed to be held in contempt just because of who you are. I'm sorry, that doesn't fly with me. I have to agree with him. There is no reconciliation with that. Now, if your purposes was to make him see that, no, look at the human being across the table from you. You're not supposed to do that to people. If that was your intention, then, dude, I'm for it. Because I have to admit, I would rather see Richard's way win out than TJ's. You can't bash people in the head all the fucking time. I would rather see more meetings of the minds and discussion and really getting people to realize that, look, there's more to life than just following something that's in a book. And there's more to our humanity than that. We're supposed to be connecting as human beings, not through words that were written a long time ago by primitive peoples who barely even understood how the fucking universe worked. Well, hell, we still don't know how the universe works, but I mean, hell, you had people back then who believed that the world was flat and that, everything moves around the earth and that there was a God up there pulling, the strings in the sky. We've disproved all that. It's time for us to evolve our thinking. And I honestly think that it's better to meet together mutually and discuss things civilly in order to improve our lives rather than just be at each other's throats. But then it all comes down to Jerre, and here's the key. This is why I'm concerned. What Jerre believes at this point in time, what he holds to be true, will determine who has the stronger leg to stand on at this point. If Jerre is rethinking the things that he believed about atheists, that they're not immoral people who are trying to bring about a ruinous world, if he's not constant, because I'm sorry, and I know this is a big shift in belief. This isn't something that can happen overnight, by the way. This is a major shift in belief. If he is no longer thinking atheists as some smaller versions of the Antichrist, Richard has a leg to stand on here. But if he's still clinging on to shit that he said a little over a month ago, doesn't look good for you, Rich. I mean, it doesn't make your attempts any less noble, but it makes you jumping after TJ for what he says kind of erroneous, because if Jerre does still believe some of the shit that he believed a month ago, then that means TJ is right. And that would suck. After all that work he did, that would really fucking suck. "41 minutes blown talking about this. I'm tired of talking about it. I didn't expect to talk this long. This was originally supposed to be the Ruby, and it really is still just a Ruby, but I ended up talking to 3 people who probably won't even watch this, so. Catch you later. Anyone else watching this? Feel free to respond.